Hello, IK here. Welcome to Axios Where's Fetch. Here I use fetch. Here I use Axios. In both, left is response, but this is different. From this first row, it is response, what would coming from server. But here is a return response.data. Nothing between. It is Axios. It is because we like Axios. Very logic and excellent for coding. But instead of this excellence in two rows, here with the fetch, we have a multi-row, and in the end, total confusion, because here is a response object coming from server. But look at here. We have a data equal response.json. Response.json. Or here data dot replay. There is no response. We must have a response dot replay, response dot data, etc. Okay. Why it is big, that big not logic difference when we use Axios and go to fetch? Because hypertext transfer protocol is the same for Axios and for fetch. Here it is. And response is object of hypertext transfer protocol, same for Axios and for fetch. And it is like this. There is a properties, status, headers, okay, JSON method. JSON method, it is response.json method. And it is object response for Axios and for fetch, say. But what we have in Axios? In Axios, all row, what we see in fetch, happen in background. And Axios in the background configure that response is practically our data, response.data. That response, there is a data object. But here, there is no data object, data properties, response.data. There is no data, but there is a JSON. And that JSON produce replay, produce object, produce JSON object with replay properties. And that replay properties is what coming from LLM. And this is JSON is a method convert string JSON object, what was in transmission, convert to JavaScript, JavaScript object with properties replay. And response.json equal data, we create variable data. And that JSON is object, JSON method convert object, JSON object in JSON in JavaScript object, and that object there is a properties replay. And name date is our choose for variable data dot replay. It is real situation, but all that row, all that transformation make in Axios make behind the scene, and this is practically immediately that response is ready to be response here. What is and this is data. We see that data don't exist, and exist JSON method who return in this situation return replay, and we name data variable in fetch. Here, naming behind the scene in background in Axios was like that, that we received response, what is the data, response automatically. It means that behind scene, JSON go to JSON method, convert, create object. In that object, there is a replay. Here, there is no word about replay. Okay, now it's not important because we have, in fetch, we have replay because of LLM. But never mind. This is a response is our data in fetch, and here is the data dot. There is instead of data we have a replay. We have a replay. In short, for us is very understandable and logical, but real response, what coming from hypertext transfer protocol from server is envelope. And it is not object what we can use in JavaScript. We must payload by method JSON, convert in variable data, and that data is object, JavaScript object. That data is JavaScript object with replay replay properties, and because of that we have data replay. Data replay. And because of that, here in fetch, we have a wait again. We must wait that JSON method convert string to object, and that object equal data, and that object there is a properties replay, and because of that here is data dot replay. Data we invented name, and dot replay really existing like it is object what coming from LLM. Replay is properties what coming from LLM data. We must await here also, but in Axios there is only one await, and it means that response is like our data here, like our data, because data here awaiting, but this response awaiting only one. This response awaiting here, and again from that it is envelope. It is not final and ready because it is like envelope, like a response envelope. And in that envelope, there is a method JSON what must convert string of payload to JavaScript object. And in that JavaScript object is replay properties. And there is a lot of raw, but I like fetch also now after a long time because it is native in and would be better and better. Okay, it's all for this video. Uh, Thank you for watching.